Hi, I'm Rob Farmer with NICE. As a former Director of Public Safety, I know that running a 911 center isn't easy. Challenges can come from every direction. Social pressures and scrutiny over incident handling, navigating what resources are available, performing enough quality assurance, dealing with limited funding, and keeping up with ever-changing technology issues. You can't address these challenges without having answers to the complex questions you're being asked. Unfortunately, the answers are often buried in data that is spread across many disparate systems: call handling, radio, CAD, and others. As a 911 center leader, you need a single point of truth that can bring all of this data together so you can better understand what happened, how it happened, what's happening now, and what performed and what didn't in your center and why. In this 4-part video series, I'm going to explore how NICE Inform can be that single point of truth, giving you the power to understand and answer all of these questions. Let's start with the first question. What happened? Knowing what happened at the time of an incident, what people said, heard, did, and the information they had access to in the moment is critically important. Unfortunately, reconstructing incident timelines and fulfilling records requests can be a very manual, time-consuming process. First, you need to look in your CAD to find the incident, and then look to see which call takers, dispatchers, and response units were involved. Next, you need to find and retrieve all of the audio recordings in another system, searching by their time, date, and position. After that, you need to work to piece it all together. And this includes listening to each and every recording to confirm it's actually related. If it's a major incident, this multi-step manual process could take hours, days, or even longer, often taking your senior staff away from other vital tasks. NICE Inform addresses all of these challenges. By connecting to all of these different systems in your emergency communications center, the 911 system for location, audio and text, the radios, the CAD system, and any other integrated system, NICE Inform captures all of this information and data in one place and synchronizes it into a timeline, piecing it together. It can even record your telecommunicators' work screens so you can better understand what information was in front of them when making critical response decisions. NICE Inform makes incident reconstruction incredibly easy. You can reconstruct the complete life cycle of an incident in seconds. Just enter the CAD incident number, and all of the associated communications, multimedia, and data are retrieved and immediately assembled. The 911 call, all radio transmissions, text messages, workstation screens, even critical CAD data showing when the call was entered, dispatched, and more. No more wasting time searching through different systems. No more spending hours or days manually retrieving and piecing together all of this information. If your center uses RapidSOS, you already know that enhanced location and other data they provide is only there for a few short minutes during an incident, and then it's gone. You'll be happy to know that we've partnered closely with RapidSOS to integrate NICE Inform with their data clearinghouse to help you capture, store, and leverage this information. This gives you an even deeper understanding of what happened, where. With our RapidSOS integration, when you're playing back an incident, you can even visualize on a map movement of a caller to better understand what was happening, where, and why. But what's really exciting is that ahead, as the Internet of Emergency Things continues to grow and the data in the clearinghouse expands, additional data, for example, health and medical data, telematics, gunshot detection, building information, virtually limitless data will be linked with all of your other incident information in NICE Inform to provide even deeper context to answer that all-important question, what happened? In this video, I'm going to focus on the ability to understand how incidents happened. In 911 centers, things don't always go as planned. That means as a 911 center leader, you may be called upon by a chief, the media, the public, the agencies you support, to explain the details of an incident, specifically how it happened. Sometimes answers are needed fast. We all know that those answers aren't always easy to come by. They're hidden in data spread across all your different systems. You have to find the relevant information, extract it, print it or listen to it, make sense of it, and finally piece it all together. In fact, this real-life whiteboard example is a perfect visual to illustrate just how complex and tedious a task incident reconstruction can be. Thankfully, there's an easier way to get the answers you need. Because our nice informed system sits in the middle of your 911 center ecosystem and integrates to all of your key systems, CAD, 911, radio, Rapid SOS, we're able to provide you with a single system of record and unprecedented insight into how incidents happen. In addition to recording voice, 911 text, and telecommunicator screens, we capture all of your valuable incident data so you can get a complete timeline view of incidents in a single interface. From the time an initial call was received, to when units were dispatched and en route, to when they arrived on scene. Sharing this complete package with others when requested only takes a couple of clicks. But as a 911 center leader, in addition to responding to complaints, you also need to get a step ahead of problems before they get out of hand. NICE Inform can help with this too. As an automated, centralized collection point and visualization tool for all of your data, the NICE Inform Intelligence Center can serve as an early warning system for troubling trends and recurring problems. It can also help you get to the root cause of issues related to incident handling. Is it taking longer to enter or dispatch certain types of incidents? How well are handoffs working between your call takers and dispatchers, or with other agencies you support? Where are the hidden risks and opportunities for improvement? As an example, one agency we work with was alerted to a trend of prolonged dispatch times through Intelligence Center. When at first glance this appeared to be a dispatcher problem, it turned out to be something entirely different. Using NICE Inform Intelligence Center, the agency was able to identify that longer dispatch times were occurring on certain shifts. By going back and reviewing the incidents involved, 911 center managers uncovered that dispatchers were having to hold calls because there weren't enough police units available in the right places to respond. Knowing this, the 911 center was able to share the information with law enforcement leadership, who were then able to realign their coverage and adjust their staffing. Problem solved. The great news is, this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what NICE Intelligence Center can do. With Intelligence Center, you can get insight to all types of metrics, so you can make better staffing decisions, justify funding requests, head off complaints, improve training, and continuously fine-tune your 911 center operations. By its very nature, 911 is dynamic and fast-moving. It's not surprising that when we talk to 911 center leaders, the thing they ask us most is, how can you better help me understand what's happening in my 911 center right now? Are we reaching our target metrics and meeting expectations? Today, most real-time insights are pretty limited. You might know how many calls are coming in, how fast they're being answered, but that's just a very small window into what's happening in your 911 center now. So why are most 911 centers essentially flying blind? As you know, compiling data from different systems and pasting it into spreadsheets to try and make meaningful metrics takes resources and time. According to a recent survey of 911 centers, nearly half said they only compile metrics on a monthly basis. An additional 31% do so even less frequently. The problem is, that's a lot like looking in your rearview mirror. Without real-time insight, you could be making the same mistakes over and over again for days, weeks, or even months. Looking at limited metrics in isolation can also obscure the bigger picture. For example, data from an individual 911 system or call reporting system might show that you have an issue, but it won't tell you where or why. This is precisely why we've developed the NICE Inform Intelligence Center. Intelligence Center breaks down these barriers by providing a single automated collection and analysis point for all of your data, 911 CAD, radio, QA, and more, so that you get real-time actionable insights you can use. Our dashboards give you instant visibility into what's happening in your center now, with dozens of real-time metrics, including time to answer, time to enter, time to dispatch, time to on-scene, and more. You can even drill down to see how individual telecommunicators are performing, view metrics by incident type or priority, or by individual agencies that you dispatch for. All of this in real time so you can identify and remedy issues before they get out of hand. Let's take staffing as an example. Have you ever had a large spike in calls that seemed to set your center completely off balance? With NICE Inform Intelligence Center, you'll never be caught off guard again. You can make smart, objective decisions on the spot based on real-time data. Want to keep a watchful eye on new trainees, or all of your telecommunicators for that matter? You can easily see how long it's taking them to answer, enter, and dispatch calls. Even drill down to listen to potential problem calls and provide immediate feedback, all before they're overcome with frustration. NICE Inform Intelligence Center is also a great motivational tool. By sharing metrics on a wall monitor for all to see, you can empower your entire team with up-to-the-minute information and even encourage some friendly competition. NICE Inform Intelligence Center also lets you see real-time crime trends as they're happening. Using advanced location data and mapping, the dashboards can provide a view into the types of incidents occurring and where they're happening, so you can better allocate resources. This can also be helpful during any kind of call surge, like a weather event or any other type of large-scale escalating incident. To quote management author Peter Drucker, "You can't manage what you can't measure." For 911 center leaders, this is especially true. It's essential to understand what performed, what didn't, and most importantly, why. The only way to do this is to measure performance. If you're only measuring the number of calls you're taking and how long it takes to answer those calls, you're missing the bigger picture. Just think of all the things your 911 center does day in and day out. You're not just answering calls. You're entering calls, dispatching calls, tracking resources. If you run a consolidated center, you're also partnering with other first responder agencies, police, fire, EMS, to provide the best possible service to each of them too. There's a lot that happens during the incident lifecycle, but like most 911 center leaders, you probably have limited visibility into avoidable mistakes, training issues, and bottlenecks. That is, until they get out of hand. Unfortunately, by the time you find out about serious issues, it's usually after the fact, when you receive a subpoena, a complaint, or worse, when the media brings it to your attention. By that time, it's too late. The fact is, it's hard to know what's performing, what's not, and why when your data is spread across so many different, disparate, siloed systems. That is precisely where NICE can help. Our NICE Inform Intelligence Center can help you make sense of all the data in your 911 ecosystem, CAD, 911, radio, advanced location data, and more, by bringing it all together in one place, analyzing it, and providing meaningful metrics to help you understand what's working, what's not, and why, so you can fix small problems before they become big mistakes. Intelligence Center is the only solution that lets you connect performance metrics to underlying incidents, conversations, and actions, so you can understand what performed, what didn't, and why. You can recognize and accurately diagnose the root causes of problems. Is it a coaching or a training issue? A problem with protocols or technology? Knowing the answer to these important questions, you can make data-driven decisions to improve the performance of your emergency communications center. Are your call takers struggling with handling certain types of calls? By drilling down to their data and replaying incidents, you'll finally understand why. In addition to powerful, intelligent dashboards, we'll also give you the tools to effect positive change and measure progress. Our state-of-the-art quality assurance solution empowers you to make improvements by consistently and continuously evaluating telecommunicator performance. It also helps you ensure your center is compliant with CALIA, APCO, and NENA's QA and QI standards. Unlike random sampling QA, NICE Inform can automatically schedule calls to evaluate based on the incident type or priority. This not only doubles your QA reviewer's productivity, it also helps you focus on the calls that matter most. After all, when problems are left unchecked, it can commonly lead to call taker frustration and turnover. With consistent quality assurance, you can identify issues before they get out of hand. You can also recognize your telecommunicators for all the great things they do every day. I want to thank you for watching this video. To learn more about NICE Inform and how it can be that single point of truth to help you understand what happened, how it happened, what's happening now, and what performed, what didn't, and why. Again, thanks for joining me. I'm Rob Farmer with NICE Public Safety.